So first of all, a brief tour of my current setup. As you know, I have the content console, which sits in the middle of the room, and I'm currently running a set of Monitor Audio Silver RS6 speakers as my front channels with their own powered subwoofer. And this past year I treated myself to a matching rear set. These are absolutely fantastic full range floor speakers, and I've been really thrilled with how they perform. So first of all, this is what this all sounds like in the room. So that's just being picked up by the ambient microphone on the phone, which I know is not very good, but to give you an idea of a couple of things, the reverb I can control using a MIDI controller I have back here. I can dial that all the way back. So for practicing and note learning, this is a very effective instrument. I can turn that reverb back up, and I can also dial the volume using a MIDI controller. So I think this may become my daily driver instrument as I continue to tweak it. So now, using the magic of post-production, I have 4 separate audio channels being recorded. I'm using Hauptwerk's perspective panner to send 4 inputs into the mixer. So to illustrate this, I'm just going to use the second diapason on the grate here. And this is what the dry sound is like. Now, to try and create a little bit of interest in that front perspective, I have used the voicing screen and panned pipes slightly left and right. This is taking a leaf out of Grabowski's book, When You Listen to the Close Perspective. So I've shifted those a little bit, and I've tried to do that for most of the flues and then mixed it up a little bit with the reeds and the mixtures to try and create a little bit of movement in the dry perspective. Then I have a close perspective. Next, I have a diffuse perspective. Additionally, I've tweaked that one just a little bit using the brightness filter on perspective 3, which that is, just to drop the brightness a little bit as it feeds into that impulse response. And then finally, the rear microphones, 10 meters rear facing. And then when I mix all 4 together, and this will be the mix that we hear in the Irish Interlude, sounds like this. So I'm rather excited. Needless to say, the memory utilization of this is really negligible because we're talking dry samples. Polyphony requirements are lessened initially, but then increase as Hauptwerk is doing all of the real-time processing for those multiple impulse responses. But it's a different approach. Admittedly, this organ doesn't exist anywhere. These are dry pipes sampled at the pipe mouth, now rehomed in St. Martini Kirk in Groningen. So with that,